Hello, my wonderful friends. Megas here on a beautiful day in Asha. If you're brand new to the channel, let me welcome you. We're Zoroastrians, we're the Magi. And I'm sure it's no mistake you found this channel today. You're probably maybe searching Magi, Zoroastrianism. It's the original religion and it's so beautiful. And before we get to our message today, we're going to be reading from the ancient texts of the Magi, from the book Gold, Frankincense, Myrrh, and the Spiritual Gifts of the Magi. One of my favorite books, and it's so beautiful. These texts are thousands of years old, but it'll bring you peace today. And I'll tell you why. You know, how personal do I want to get here? Will you guys stay with me for a minute? I took about 10 days off. And I was a little discouraged by how we've grown the YouTube channel. And so we're almost 6 years into this. And when I started this, I thought, we're going to bring back Zoroastrianism. We're going to have millions of followers. And I had these high ideas, and we're not there by any means. But I'll tell you what brought me back to keep making these videos is even though they're few and far between, every once in a while I get that email or that comment or that message saying, Magus, this message changed my life. I can't thank you enough. And I know exactly what it is because you know what? I have a lot of other interests. I love to surf. I love Suzuki GSXR motorcycles. I like to play the guitar. Every day I go out with the dogs into the mountains and we do wildlife photography and chase waterfalls and just enjoy this beautiful life. But I never could fully enjoy it until I found Zoroastrianism, and I'll tell you why. Because in the back of my mind, even in one of the most beautiful places in the world, doing the funnest things in the world, I was always, in the back of my mind, there was just this nagging thought about lies that I was told. From when I was a child, from my religion, about who God is and what this world is. And it was always just kind of in the back of my mind, so I couldn't fully enjoy my life. And when I found this, I lived completely free. And I want you to think about this. And what sets our message apart from the other religions? Ours is the original, and here's what's beautiful about it. Think about this for a minute. We're just talking here, so you don't have to accept my beliefs, but you should at least hear it. And it has brought many people so much joy, where I keep coming back day after day and bringing this message. And what it is just, our God is just good. The religion I was raised in, and many of the religions, they teach you a God that gets angry. He can get jealous. He can hate, he can war, kill men, women, and children. There's punishment and judgment. But think about this. What if the original religion is true and God, the highest principle of good, is just good? He actually has no attributes of the evil spirit. He can't get angry, jealous, hate, war, kill. He's not disappointed in you. That he's actually proud of you. That you came to this time, space, and a body to raise the evolution of the world with your frequency and your love because you come from good spirit and you're made of good spirit. And he's just proud of you. You're not a disappointment. You're not a dirty sinner. And that he's just good. Just what if? Is that so crazy? And now you're thinking, well, that goes against probably my religion, Magus, but at least listen to it. At least think about it. At least know about it. And maybe you'll be one of those that think, wow, that resonates with what's in my heart from the time I was a child. And maybe you'll be grateful for this message too. I'm going to start with the introduction. We won't get through the whole book in one day. We'll break this up into different segments, and we'll just go through these beautiful texts. I want to start with the introduction. And if you like this book, I'll put a link in the drop-down description. It says, "The desire of my heart is to pass on the gifts that were given to me by 3 wise men. The same Magi who brought gifts and worshipped at the birth of our spiritual Messiah 2,000 years later gave me a gift that forever would change my life. It all started while reading the book of Matthew with a simple question: who are these Magi? Maybe many of you are here today because you're wondering, who are the Magi? Why did they know the Christ was born when the Jewish leaders did not? How could they follow a star? Are the stars some sort of hidden sign for those who can read them? Or was it a special sign God put in the night sky just for this occasion? Little did I know that what I thought would be just another quick study would open up the windows of heaven and pour out every blessing imaginable. How beautiful is that? It says to understand the Magi, we must go back about 5,000 years to the Aryans. They were a nomadic tribe from Europe and Asia. Their religion seems to have gone from monotheistic to polytheistic until a prophet Zarathustra, who had spent 30 years in the wilderness hearing from God and writing his holy text, presented God's mandate to King Augustus. The king, believing Zarathustra's message, decreed monotheism to his subjects. This did not set well with the polytheists, so long story short, the polytheists migrated to India, becoming today's Hindus, and the monotheists remained in Iran, becoming the Zoroastrians. The Magi are the priests of the Zoroastrians. It is their teachings that the gift is to be found. So I will let the text speak for themselves without interruption, then at the end of the text adding commentary. Chapter 1, Counsels of the Ancient Sages. If you guys are enjoying this, do me a favor, hit that like button. It says, in conformity with the revelation of the religion, the ancient sages, in their primeval wisdom, have said that on reaching the age of 15, every man and woman must know the answer to these questions. Listen to these questions. What if our children, what if we could even answer these by the age of 15? Or even, I'm 52, and I think we all need to be able to answer these questions. Who am I? To whom do I belong? From whence have I come? And whither do I return? From what stock and lineage am I? What is my function and duty on earth? Don't you want to know all these? And thank God we have the answers. What is my reward in the world to come? Did I come from the unseen world? Or was I always of this world? Do I belong to Ahura Mazda, God? Or to Angramenu, the devil? Do I belong to the gods, the angels, or the demons? Do I belong to the good or to the wicked? How many paths are there to salvation? What is my religion? What is my belief? Where does my profit lie and where my loss? Who is my friend and who is my enemy? Is there one first principle or are there two? From whom is goodness and from whom evil? From whom is light and from whom is darkness? From whom is fragrance and from whom is stench? From whom is order and from whom is disorder? From whom is mercy and from whom pitilessness? Now it is faith that searches out causes, palpable as they are, and then acting as mediator by means of reason, passes them on. So this must one know without venturing doubt: I have come from the unseen world, nor was I always of this world. I was created and have not always been. I belong to Ahura Mazda, God, and not Angramenu, the devil. I belong to the gods, the angels, and not the demons, to the good and not to the wicked. I am a man and not a demon, a creature of Ahura Mazda and not of Angramenu. My stock and lineage is from Geomart, primal man. My mother is Spadenmart, the earth, and my father is Ahura Mazda. My humanity is from Mar and Moraine, who were the first seed and offspring of Geomart. To perform my function and to do my duty means that I should believe Ahura Mazda is, was, and evermore shall be, that his kingdom is undying and that he is infinite and pure, and that Angramenu is not and is destructible. that I myself belong to Ahura Mazda and his bounteous immortals, that I have no connection with Anger Manu, the demons and their associates. My first duty on earth is to confess the religion, to practice it, and to take part in its worship, and to be steadfast in it, to keep the faith in the good religion of the worshippers of Ahura Mazda ever in mind, and to distinguish profit from loss, sin from good works, goodness from evil, light from darkness, and the worship of Ahura Mazda from the worship of demons. My second duty is to take a wife and to procreate earthly offspring, and to be strenuous and steadfast in this. My third duty is to cultivate and till the soil. My fourth, to treat all livestock justly. My fifth, to spend a third of my days and nights attending seminary and consulting the wisdom of holy men. To spend a third of my days and nights tilling the soil and making it fruitful, and to spend the remaining third of my days and nights in eating, rest, and enjoyment. I must have no doubt but that profit arises from good works and loss from sin. That my friend is Ahura Mazda. I love that. My friend is God, and my enemy is Anger Manu, the devil. And that there is only one religious way. This one way is that of good thoughts, good words, and good deeds. The way of heaven, of light, and of purity, of the infinite creator, Ahura Mazda, who was and will ever be. There is also the other way of evil thoughts, evil words, and evil deeds, the way of darkness, and of the finiteness, utter misery, death, and wickedness, which belong to the accursed, destructive spirit, Anger Manu, who once was not in this creation, and again will not be in the creation of Ahura Mazda, and who in the end will be destroyed. I must have no doubts that there is two first principles, one the creator and the other the destroyer. The creator is Ahura Mazda, who is all goodness and all light, and the destroyer is the accursed destructive spirit, who is all wickedness and full of death, a liar and a deceiver. Equally, I must have no doubt all men are mortal except for Seoshant the Savior and the 7 kings who help him. I must have no doubt that the soul will be severed from the body, and the body will be dissolved, nor may I doubt the 3 nights' judgment of the soul at death, and the crossing of the bridge, the coming of Seoshant, the Savior, the raising of the dead, and the final body. I love that, my friends. I've always said the ancient Magi text should be the book in front of the New Testament Bible. It explains the 3 days. Before, the Jewish people, they didn't believe in a devil. They didn't believe in a heaven. They didn't believe in the 3 days. They didn't believe in the resurrection of the body. They didn't believe in the Savior, the Christ, Seoshant, Jesus. My friends, but the Magi did. And that's why in the book of Matthew it said that the Jewish people were afraid when they heard the Savior was born. But the Magi traveled far to worship and bring him gold, frankincense, and myrrh. My friends, if you're enjoying this, let me know. Go to the comments and we'll pick this up again tomorrow. Guys, I love you so much. Be blessed, and we'll see you next time.